Joining me now, a friend of mine. She's running for Congress in a primary, a very important primary. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Catalina Lauf. Catalina, I know you have several friends over there. I know I certainly do. I can imagine what your text messages look like today. I hope they're nothing like mine, but I assume they are. I'll just go ahead and give you the floor, please.
Yeah, it's a mess what's happening, and it's unfortunate that I think the realities aren't really even being reported on. We have a lot of special ops guys, a lot of veteran people who have been retired that are over there with nonprofits and their own teams trying to find their own planes, doing their own evacuation and missions, in part with obviously the higher structure, but more importantly on their own in a lot of ways because of our government and the abysmal failure of the Biden administration. And unfortunately, I mean, it's not even political. It's both sides of the aisle who are to blame for this. We need leadership, and we need it fast. We have Americans being killed over there. I just received a report. It was up to 10 killed in action at the Abbey Gate. And children being nearly beaten to death by the Taliban at checkpoints, trying to escape with their families. It's an absolute, not sadness is a way of putting it lightly. It's an absolute abysmal failure on our U.S. government.
Catalina, we have a country of 330 million people. How in the world do we have such disgusting, pathetic losers occupying the positions of leadership? It floors me away. It's not like we're in a small town of 100 people and you're stuck with the frumpy mayor. We have a huge country. We have all these talented people around here, and we have losers in charge of the country who allow stuff like this. In fact, forget allow, cause stuff like this. How is that possible?
You're absolutely, it's not even allowing, it's completely enabling, and at times their own incompetency, it hurts the chaos even more. We don't have leaders who are making decisions to show American strength and superpower. Instead, we have a bunch of weak members of Congress who are more concerned with their next MSNBC appearances and bashing God knows what, their own party, or even members of Congress. I was just in DC the other day, and you had Democrats and Pelosi voting on a spending bill and still talking about President Trump when there are Americans dying overseas in a combat area. It is a travesty, but this is why people step up. This is the Patriot Revolution in a lot of ways, where people, everyday Americans, say, hey, I've had enough of you people who are doing absolutely nothing for the American people. Their number one priority should be the safety and security of Americans always. And they've proven that they have other priorities than their own than the oath that they upheld in the Constitution. And it's time that we replace them. If you are watching this, this is a time to step up. This is a time to care. If it's not what's happening here in Afghanistan, it is something else down the line if we don't get better leadership and if we don't get it better fast.
Catalina, I know I'm the jerk. Everybody knows I'm the jerk, but please explain to me how we got such nice guys. Why do we have this infection of nice in this country where people don't care about effective anymore? They don't care about leadership anymore. They just want somebody who's nice, somebody who cries when he's supposed to cry, somebody who says really nice things. That's why we have Joe Biden. I mean, setting the election stuff aside, it's why we have Joe Biden. Half the country walks into the polls. Well, I don't like the mean tweets. I want the nice old man who forgets people's names and touches kids inappropriately. I'm sick of it.
And look, it's much more, I think, than just the puppet, right? I mean, you look at people like Kinzinger and Biden, and they are the puppets of a even broader system, the entrenchment of the swamp when it comes to money, when it comes to protecting the establishment politicians to continue to run our country. That's what it's come down to. These guys are just actors in a broader scope of the problem. There's a deeper entrenchment in a lot of bad actors in politics that, unfortunately, this is the time to step up and replace a lot of these guys. And Adam's emotional manipulation there, where are his tears now for the Americans who are being killed in Afghanistan? Last time I checked, he was on MSNBC talking, or on The View, or one of those liberal shows, talking about President Trump and how this is all his fault. We need better servant leadership. We need people who actually want to help solve the problem. I know a lot of candidates now are stepping up. They're trying to help nonprofits of our special operators who are out there on the ground raise money for these guys and help the humanitarian issue. One nonprofit in particular is the Global Surgical Medical Group. They're doing a lot of work out there for the viewers who want to help out and step up, because clearly our politicians just want to be crying and talking about themselves all the time than actually doing what's right for the American people.
Would you please do me a favor, if you have it, and give out the website of that group? I know a lot of people want to help.
Yes, gsmsg.org, and it's the Global Surgical Medical Group. They are doing evac missions and other more covert stuff in a way that, like I said, the government is not doing. They are stepping up. These are veteran operators, retired guys who've been left their lives to step up and help Americans get out safely.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me. Thanks.